Next is the Brownian motion of the particles. What is the Brownian motion? So first of all, there is the scientist Robert Brown that initially noticed the random motion of the pollen grains in the water, and this observation basically leads to the discovery of Brownian motion. Brownian motion is the random motion of the particle. Like the particle can move in any random direction, it is because of the Brownian motion. You can see here in this figure, this particle is basically moving in any random direction. So this is the Brownian motion of that particle. You can see here, scientist Robert Brown initially noticed the random motion of the pollen grains in the water in 1827, and this observation led to the discovery of Brownian motion. First of all, when the Robert Brown initially noticed the random motion of the pollen grain, this observation basically led to the discovery of the Brownian motion. Brownian motion is the evidence for the kinetic particle model of the matter. So it is the evidence for the kinetic particle model of the matter. How you can define the Brownian motion? You can see here is the definition. Brownian motion can be defined as the random collisions between the microscopic particles in the suspension and the particles of the gas or liquid. First of all, basically you need to take any gas or the liquid. There is a random collision between the microscopic particles in the suspension and the particles of the gas. Because of the random motion, the particles can move in any random direction, which is the Brownian motion of the particle. You can see here there is a smoke particle. First of all, what is smoke? When large number of the oil droplets combine, they forms the smoke. And the smoke particles you can easily see when any gas cell is filled with the smoke and you observe it under the microscope. So first of all, here I take any smoke particle and its size is very larger as compared to the gas particle. So there is a Brownian motion, means that there is a random motion. It is because of the reason the smoke particle which is here, it is hit by the gas particle from all possible directions. So I can simply say that the smoke particles are continuously hit by the other gas particle. That's why the smoke particles move in any random direction, which is basically called as the Brownian motion. You can see here, millions of the tiny ash or oil droplets make up the smoke. Smoke is formed when large number of oil droplets combine. Smoke particles can be readily seen when the gas cell is filled with the smoke and seen under a microscope. The smoke particles seem to be moving in a random manner, means that the smoke particle shows the Brownian motion. This is due to the fact that the smoke particles are continuously hit by the other rapidly moving gas particles in the air inside the glass cell. So basically here there is a smoke particle which is continuously hit by the gas particle. When the smoke particle is hit by the gas particle, because of this collision, the smoke particle move in any random direction, which is the Brownian motion of the smoke particle. Here you can see there is a simulation related to the Brownian motion. Let's open this. Here you can see the red particle is basically the smoke particle and the blue are gas particle. The red one is hit by the blue particles and it moves in any random direction. You can see here in this figure the collision of the smoke particle with the gas particle, due to which the smoke particle moves in any random direction. It is basically the Brownian motion. So this track that you can see here, which is shown by the line, it is basically the random track in which the smoke particle is moving. So this random track is basically because of the Brownian motion of the smoke particle. It is hit by the gas particle from all the side here. You can also observe this as well. So the kinetic theory also explains the Brownian motion of the particle. And according to the kinetic theory, the particles in the air move in random direction in the zigzag manner, showing that the massive particle, which is the large particle just like the smoke particle, these are moved by the small fast moving particle which is just like the gas particle. So I can simply say that according to the kinetic theory, the particles in the air move in the zigzag or random manner, showing that the massive particle may be moved by the small fast moving particle. You can also see here in this figure, these are the large particle that is shown by the black circle, and these are hit by the very small fast moving particle just like the particle of the gas. When this collision happens, the large particle moves in any random direction in the zigzag manner, which is the Brownian motion. You can see here, kinetic theory explains the Brownian motion by stating that the particles in the air are moving in zigzag manner, demonstrating that the massive particles means that the smoke particle may be moved by the small fast moving particle. You know that the small moving particle, just like the gas, it collides with the massive particle which is the smoke particle. So because of this collision, the smoke particle move in any random direction, which is the Brownian motion. Here is again the simulation related to the Brownian motion. Let's open this. Here you can see again there are large number of particles. Blue dots are showing the gas particle, while the red one is basically the smoke particle. Now the smoke particle is hit by the gas particle from all the sides, so that it move in any random direction like zigzag manner. This is the Brownian motion basically. So I can simply say here, the blue dots, which is the gas particles, these are very small fast moving particle, and this particle hits the smoke particle, due to which the smoke particle move in any random direction. So this is the Brownian motion of this smoke particle. You can see this zigzag track, that this is the path that is followed by this smoke particle, and it moves in zigzag manner. You can also practice this as well. It's present in your account. Let's go back. Here is the exam question that appeared in October-November 2017. A pollen grain in a beaker of still water is viewed through the microscope. Which diagram shows the most likely movement of the pollen grain? So you know that when the beaker is filled with the water and there are pollen grains in this beaker, you see it through the microscope. You can observe that the pollen grain just move in a zigzag manner. It can move in any possible direction. In the answer A, you can see the particle is moving in any possible direction. It is the random direction. But in the B, it's a irregular pattern, because first of all the particle is moving towards the right and then it moves downward and then left. So this is a regular pattern. It is not the movement of the pollen grain. In the answer C, you can see the particle is moving in the regular path. It is just like the sinusoidal curve. And in the D, the particle is moving in a circle. So which one of the following, just like the movement of the pollen grain? You know that the pollen grain moves in the zigzag manner. It means that in the answer A, it's the movement of the pollen grain. The particles of the pollen grain are moving in random direction. Let's see the answer and explanation. The answer is A. Pollen grains are hit by the water molecules because the pollen grains are present inside the water in the beaker. So these are hit by the water molecules. As water molecules have their own internal energy and the molecules are moving in the random way, the water molecules will apply the force on the pollen grain. Therefore, only in the answer A, the random motion of the pollen grain is shown. That's why answer A is correct. Let's go back and see the answer A. Here in the answer A, you can see the particle is moving in any random direction. It means that answer A is correct from here.